I went from 0 to over 100 active clients in my soccer training program in less than a year. And in today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how I did it. And I'm even going to reveal the #1 marketing strategy that I use to sign 15 to 20 clients a month. So make sure you stick around for that. All right, so let's get right into it, guys. So we start with month 0. Okay, now you're starting a business, and if you guys if you're watching this and you've running your own soccer program, you know starting from 0 is horrible. It's a pain in the butt, and it's extremely slow in the beginning, and that's what it was like. So this was around November, October timeframe of 2022, where I basically signed my first client. So I got one client, and I'll use a different marker just to show you guys here. But I got basically one client, and from there, in month 1, my strategy was I knew I had to be different. Right? You saw all the soccer trainers in the area doing the same BS, offering the same program. We're going to do per session, and you do whatever you want, you commit whenever you want. I saw that, and also they weren't offering extra things like drill libraries and goal setting sessions. Like they didn't care about the athlete, right? So I knew in the beginning, I was like, I got to get a really good offer because I knew people will consistently come around if my program was so good. It was so much better than everyone else's. Nobody would have even an option at that point. They have to come to me. So I basically spent the first about 1 to 2 months getting a good offer, right? Nailing my program offer. And the program offer was simple. I did 4 sessions a month and this, I started with one-on-one training, and I'll show you how I moved into groups. But basically started with 4 sessions a month, and I do a goal setting session. So I sit down with the kid for 15 minutes, teach him how to set goals. I give him a drill library to watch a bunch of videos at home to do the drills. And then I'd actually assign the homework drills to them. Which actually the back-end software that I did build at the time and help build, I used and added so much value in my program. So I was able to charge a lot more. But more importantly, guys, I was so different in the market. I was able to charge more and get more clients in the door. So basically what happened was month 1, I just got one client. Then I went to that person. I was like, hey, look, I love training you. I'll give you a month for free if you bring me another client. And that's what I did. So then they'd bring me a client, and then I'd do that to those 2 clients. And I'm not really profiting any money. But what that did was like, it just sped up the word of mouth effect, right? Instead of doing hey, I'll give you a free session, I did a whole free month, 4 free sessions. And then they had to say yes, right? And at the time, I didn't know my best marketing strategy. So I was kind of just like, all right, like word of mouth, like let's just do this thing, right? So by month 2, we were hitting December. So when December hits, you guys know, like an influx of athletes come in because they all want seasonal training. They're out of sessions, which makes no sense, right? But I only allowed people to commit to me for 3 months. So in November, I basically saw a absolute rise. So I went from basically we're sitting about 3 or 4 clients right now to about 15, right? So we saw a little jump there, okay? And when we got to 15, we were like, oh my God, like this business is taking off. And this was about December. And I was still focusing on nailing my offer. At this point, I had it about nailed. I know exactly what I was wanting to offer. Then at this point, my main focus was my sales. So getting better at selling, getting people on phone calls, and actually learning how to convert them into clients, collecting payment over the phone, handling objections, everything that you need to run a business, right? So it's just me learning all the time. And guys, if you're watching this video and you're not spending an hour every single day in the morning learning, constantly learning new skills, then you are doing yourself a disservice and you will never get to where you want to go. Because the key to me getting to 100 athletes ultimately was me learning every day. Okay, so that's what I was focused on, just getting better and building out my systems. I've got my offer now. Now I've got to get it better at sales, right? So I shot up, and this is all due to word of mouth, okay? Then, I got a little bit further because we got to about January. And then what happened is like what most of you guys experience is a total crash. So right back, right after, into February when season starts up again, blows up, okay, which sucks, right? So from there, I was like, okay, well, we just lost a bunch of people. But now I'm getting people committed 3 months. So I didn't lose everybody. I only lost 5 or 6 people, right? So at that point, those 3-month commitments had given up. And then at that point, I was like, okay, but I still got people who've committed here and here for 3 months, right? So I still have a good base. So now I start getting more people in, and my word of mouth effect starts to continue and kick in even harder. And this is actually when I started creating organic content as well, moving into March and into April. Okay, so I started getting that word of mouth effect, and I started to get more people in. So more people, they started hearing about how good my stuff was. The results that I was getting for people down here were so good that it was just kicking butt at this point, right? So I'm starting to fill up. So this is about March-ish, April here. And I know my timeline's a little weird. I'm trying to do this off of numbers. So this is about April. Then from April, still getting people committed. So, we slowly are rising here. Okay. And we're sitting around about 30 athletes at this point, right? And this is right before summer, which is like, let's go. Like our business is about to just blow up, right? Like I knew it was coming because everybody's coming for seasonal training, right? So at this point, my offer was perfect. Everybody loved what I was offering, and it was getting even better. So nobody could touch me in my area. Then at that point, I was very good at sales at that point because I'd been working for months and months and months and months on how to do it. My only issue was my marketing. How could I figure out how to get to 100 athletes much, much quicker? There's got to be a way. I kept seeing people running Instagram ads and like my competition running ads and my local businesses running ads. And I'm like, why can't I do this stuff? Right? So I'm constantly learning. So I tried to figure it all on my own, basically, which was a horrible idea in the first place because apparently you learning how to learn a new skill takes a very long time if you try to do it for free, which kind of sucked. And me being egotistical, I was like, okay, well, I don't need to pay anybody to do this for me or learn how to do it. Like, I'll just try to figure it out on my own, right? So basically, this is when the summer began. And I still doing organic content, trying to learn how to run ads. Like the ads were not working, and I was just purely word of mouth at this point, right? Then we saw when July hit, right? June, July hit, I shot up, right? Boom, ripped up to the top here. And this is about July, okay? We're killing it. We're like, oh my God, like we're getting so many clients in the door. Like I'm about to get 100 athletes. Like we're halfway there, right? Until August hits. And that's like death to any soccer, basketball, football training business. Because that's when school starts and that's when club ball starts. And then you just see that hurt so bad. I was so arrogant too because I was like, I'm at 45, 50 active memberships. Like, dude, you can't touch me. Like, I'm killing it. I'm making 10K a month at 22 years old coaching soccer. I'm like, dude, I'm unreal, right? And then I get humbled in August. And so from there, I was like, okay, well, I've been trying to learn how to run ads for the last 2-3 months. And all the YouTube videos that I'm watching isn't helping. So I need to invest into help. And stupidly enough, I got a marketing agency to do it for me. And if you don't know what a marketing agency is basically some guys that run your Facebook and your Instagram ads for you and build a system, right? But what they do, instead of teaching you how to run the system, is they just do it for you. And then they charge you $1,000 a month. And then on top of that, your ad spend as well, right? So then you're attached to them forever. And the moment that you stop using them, you stop running ads and you don't know how to run the ads. So you get screwed, right? So for my company, what I do is like, I help my clients set up their first ads and do it all for them. But then I teach them how to do it so they don't need me anymore, which I'll show you in a second. But basically, I hired a marketing agency, and the marketing agency did great, for the first couple months, right? So I started to rip up. Like I started getting consistent. Like I was running Facebook and Instagram ads. Like regardless if you have somebody do it for you or you're doing it, which by the way, it's extremely easy to learn, which is what I did. Basically, you shot up. So I shot up. I started consistently signing clients. Like I had signed like 15, 20 clients like right out the bat. And in that moment, the problem was I'm paying some marketing agency $1,000 a month. And then on top of that, they're spending a ton of money on ads they don't need to because they suck at running ads, right? So I was like, okay, well, we're getting this, but I'm still like losing a lot of money because I'm just paying a marketing agency to do it month over month. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to reverse engineer this. Like, I'm going to learn how to do this. And I'm going to pay somebody to learn how to do this. So that's what I did. I invested into a marketing program. I invested into learning how to run ads. And then what I did was I basically just re-engineered what they were doing, did it a lot better, and took it over myself. And that's when I absolutely ripped through the ceiling. That's when I started signing 20 clients a month. Then you see me go from 50 clients to quite literally like 70, 75 clients. And remember, guys, at this point, how word of mouth works is the more people you have in your business, the more people there is to tell other people. Okay. So then my ads were working. Everybody in my area was seeing. And then on top of that, everybody was talking about me. And then when people are talking, they're like, oh, yeah, I've seen that guy's ads all the time. Like, you work with him? Oh, yeah, we love him. I see that guy all the time. Must be really good business owner because he's running ads. And then boom, I roofed it. I roofed it. Like I just went. And at this point, like I had got invited to run camps and clinics for the entire YMCA for 300 kids. I was getting business deals, sponsorships, everything, because everybody at this point, when I started running ads here and I learned how to do it myself, I learned that everybody was seeing me all the time and they knew who I was before I even got to that. They knew, hey, I've seen your ads already. Like I know who you are, right? Everybody in my area knew. So I just shot to the top. So the number one marketing strategy that helped me go from 0 to 100 athletes right here, running Facebook and Instagram ads. Okay. Now, if you want to learn how to run Facebook and Instagram ads for your soccer training academy, then go watch this in-depth breakdown video. It might be here, I don't know where it is, but go watch this video right now and break it all down for you.